Howdy everybody, Sci-Fi here, and welcome to Sitting Down for Sentinels, the gameplay series where I just play some Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. Today we are going to be facing off for this first video against Spite, who is like a slasher movie villain. His whole thing is that there are bystanders that he wants to defeat, and we don't want that to happen, so we have to protect the bystanders. And the characters I'm bringing in today are First Appearance Legacy, Eclipse Expatriate, Base Mr. Fixer, and Stealth Suit Bunker. Get a better look at them here. Stealth Suit Bunker and Mr. Fixer. So this video will just be me playing the game and kind of just explaining what's going on as it happens. So hopefully that will be insightful or helpful for people. And I should say also that we are facing off Spite at the Realm of Discord, which is like a wacky interdimensional zone where a bunch of crazy stuff can happen. So I've already got the stuff set up for the start of the game. I've got everyone's hands drawn. So without further ado, let's get started. So Spite starts off the game with -2 damage taken on his front side, so we are not going to be hitting him for damage anytime soon unless it's irreducible. Start phase, add 1 token to this card. Then if there are 3 or more tokens, flip. He does not have 3 or more, so he will not flip. And right now, if there are bystanders in play, Spite is immune to damage. So, start phase, I can bury up to 2 bystander cards, and then some other effects will happen when that happens, and then if there are no bystanders in play. I kind of don't want to do this yet, because there are no villain ongoings in play, so I don't get as much value from this, and at the start of the game we want to get set up anyways, so hitting Spite is not a priority at the moment. So, let's play a card for turn. There's an ongoing Demon's Kiss. This one will hit the hero with the highest for a lot of damage and then destroy items if he has enough tokens on his card. So, Spite deals the target other than himself with the lowest HP H melee damage for the first end phase effect. So that would be 4 damage dealt to the Lost Child. I'm going to redirect it to Legacy. 3, 4. Then if there are 2 or fewer bystanders in play, which there are, add 1 token to this card and discover a bystander. So Spite will be flipping next turn, because he will get up to 3 tokens, and then let's discover a bystander. Oh, there we go, Lab Tech. And I will just pull out one of the counters to set his HP, then reshuffle everything back in. So, these bystanders have really bad when destroyed effects. So, like the Good Samaritan, for example, when he's destroyed, you destroy 4 hero ongoing or item cards in this case. But they also have pretty good upsides with their end phase effects. So, the first one here, the Good Samaritan, is 1 target regains 2 HP. I will have that be Legacy since he is the only target that took damage. Then reveal the top card of 1 non-villain deck, replace it or discard it. I normally do this on the environment deck, just so I can see what's coming there and prepare for it potentially. So we've got a Portal Fiend, which... the Portal Fiend is fine right now. It'll hit us for some damage, and then it'll play extra distortions, which are the main cards in this deck that are like the wacky things that are going on in the dimension. So I think this is fine for right now. We can keep that on top. And then end phase, 1 hero draws a card. I will have that be... let's have that be Mr. Fixer. Okay, we got a style and a tool in his hand, which is nice. So Legacy's whole thing is that he is just like a support character. He's kind of like the Superman, Captain America equivalent of this universe. So he has a lot of supportive abilities. So for starters, I'm going to play Bulletproof Skin, so now he takes -1 damage. Then I'll use his power until your start phase, -1 damage dealt to ally characters. So all the other heroes now also take -1 damage. So that's going to be really nice, because on his flip side, Spite will hit for a lot of area of effect damage. So having damage reduction against that's going to be really nice. And then draw for turn, and that's Legacy's turn. Expatriate is kind of the Punisher equivalent of this universe. She has guns and ammo, and the ammo cards will modify how the guns work. This variant of Expatriate focuses more on her not gun and ammo cards. So it's a very interesting playstyle. So for starters, I'm actually going to play... Normally I would do Black Market Contact as my opening move to get a lot of items out early. But I think for now I'm just going to play Arsenal Access because I kind of want to keep Targeted Explosion just in case a bad ongoing comes into play or an environment target, or card, excuse me. And Comprehensive Plan is also very good. So I'm just going to do Arsenal Access, discover a gun and an ammo. So that's an ammo. And let's see what gun we get. More ammo. Oh, there we go. Pride and Prejudice. Shuffle that back in. Then draw a card. And I may play an item. I have no items, so that last part doesn't apply. Then I will use my base power, draw 4 cards, discard any item cards drawn this way. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we only got 1 card in our hand, but that's okay. And then draw for turn. Because Black Market Contact means we can discard some of these other cards to potentially get item cards from our discard pile. So I drew my card for turn, and that's my turn as Expatriate. So Spite is currently immune to damage. So I think I'm going to play... what do I want to play here? I think I'm just going to play Zen Maintenance just to get more options in my hand. So the salvage part doesn't matter because I don't have any cards in my trash. Then I will collect in a tool or style. I'm going to collect, because let's see, what style did I draw? I drew Riveting Crane. Okay. I'm going to go get Alternating Tiger Claw, which makes my damage irreducible and allows me to deal damage back as a reaction. So that'll go to my hand. Then collect a limited card. I don't have Harmony in my hand. Normally, Harmony is the card I will go get with this, so I'm going to go get that. Harmony gives me +1 damage if I have both a tool and a style in play. And then I may play a card. I will play Alternating Tiger Claw. And then I guess I'll use my power, hit 1 target for 2 damage. It doesn't really matter because Spite is immune to damage right now, so he'll get hit for nothing. And then I may collect a tool card. I'm going to, you know what, I'll do that just in case the tool gets blown up, so I'll get dual crowbars. And then shuffle, and then draw for turn. So next up is Bunker here, and we got a pretty good starting hand for this. Okay, so I'm going to play LiDAR Intel. So after any non-hero target is played, I may draw a card, so that's going to help me if bystanders get played, and when that Portal Fiend gets played, I'll get to draw a card. Then I'll use my power, collect an ongoing. I'm going to go get upgrade mode, even though I have one in my hand already. And then put that into play with the you may play 1 card effect of the power. So then I will draw my card for turn, and then I can play up to 2 cards. I can only play 2 cards because now I have both upgrade modes, so I will play Omni Cannon, which is my big damage card, and Emergency Shielding, which is a good layer of defense. And that's Bunker's turn. So the environment turn, we know what's coming. Portal Fiend, that is a non-hero target being played, so per LiDAR Intel, Bunker can draw a card. And then the end of the environment turn, reveal the top card of the environment deck. If it's a distortion, play it, otherwise discard it, and this card regains H HP. So it is a distortion, so it gets put into play. And, oh, +1 damage dealt to all targets. Okay. So I'm just going to put this here just to help remind myself. Which, ooh boy, this is kind of scary now that Spite is going to be flipping. Oh boy. Okay, so add a token to Spite's character card during his start phase. There are 3 or more, so he flips. Then play the top card of the villain deck. It's a bystander. That is a non-hero target being played because it's an environment target, so Bunker will draw. And then my other start phase effects, bury up to 2 bystanders. Whenever a card is buried this way, destroy 1 villain ongoing card. Then if there are no bystanders in play, destroy this card and play the top card of the villain deck. Okay, I'm going to bury that Lost Child that just got put into play. So I will destroy Demon's Kiss. And Spite is still immune to damage, but that's okay. So now Demon's Kiss' start effect won't trigger because I just destroyed it. So play a card for turn. Ooh boy. Relentless Stalker. Damage dealt by Spite is irreducible. Ugh. Ooh boy. Okay. We can work with that, but man, that's a not great card to have around. Especially because now, end phase, Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP, H melee damage. And Spite deals +1 damage on this side and loses the 2 damage reduction. So that means he's going to be hitting the highest for 5. Which is Expatriate right now, and it's irreducible, so Expatriate will take 5 down to 25. And then it's also +1 because she takes +1 damage anyway, so 24. And then Spite deals each target other than himself 1 infernal damage, gets boosted to 2, and because of the distortion, that technically gets boosted to 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll just have Bunker take the 3 for now, not triggering this. And then the bystanders are all going to get hit for 3 as well. So I will redirect. When this card will be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to a hero target. Okay. So I'm going to redirect the 3 to Legacy. 3, and that is damage coming from Spite still. So the damage boost still applies. And then I'll do that with Bunker, and then actually use this time. So -1 damage, and he's still, or -2 damage, so he loses 1. He still takes damage, so we destroy it, so he goes up 2. And then the Lab Tech, I think I think I can let the Lab Tech get hit for 3. That's okay. I think. We'll see how it goes. And then remove a token from this card. So, end phase, 1 target regains 2 HP. Let's have that be the Lab Tech. And then reveal the top card of 1 non-villain deck, replace it or discard it. Ooh, okay, so this environment card is good. We want to keep this. Because it's another distortion, so it'll get rid of this distortion currently in play. And it will also help get us more cards out, which is nice. So, Legacy's turn. I'm going to play Inspiring Presence, so all my allies heal for 1, so everyone except Legacy heals for 1. And then everyone except Legacy also deals +1 damage. So then Legacy will use his power, -1 damage taken, then draw for turn. So, during the start phase, this will take care of Relentless Stalker. So for now, I think it's still better if I get set up. This Portal Fiend might mess up the distortion plans, so I think I'm actually going to get rid of it. Potentially. Yeah, because if that's a distortion, play it. You know what? Because yeah, damage isn't a thing right now because Spite's still immune. So yeah, I'll use targeted explosion, I'll destroy the portal fiend, and then hit up to 3 targets for 2 damage. That doesn't matter because Spike can't take damage and I don't want to hit the bystanders. So then I will use my power to draw 4, discarding any items. So 1, 2, that's an item, so it gets discarded. 3, 4, that's an item, gets discarded. Then I will draw for turn. Okay, I'm going to play Harmony for when I play, because I'll play my tool next turn. So use my power, deal the damage, and then go find a tool. I guess I'll get Hoist Chain just so I have a card to discard if I need to. And yeah, that damage won't matter because Spite's immune, and then I will draw for turn. Okay, so start phase for Bunker, destroy upgrade mode, and then put the top card of his deck underneath Omni Cannon. This is how Bunker operates, is that he has ordnance cards, and you put the top card under the ordnances during the start phase to fuel up his ordnance abilities. So I'm going to play another upgrade mode. I'm going to go get Flat Cannon, because Flat Cannon's a really good single target card. I cannot use powers, so then I will draw for turn, and I can play up to 2 cards. I will play Emergency Shielding, and that's it. So I could still play another card, but Turret Mode won't help me right now because I'm past my power phase. Upgrade Mode, I already have one in place, so I can't play it, and I want that Environment card to be played, so I don't want to play Adhesive Thumb Grenade. And that's Bunker's turn. So, Environment turn, we play a card, Ghostly Images. After this card is played, destroy all other distortion cards. We get rid of Pervasive Frailty. So now we have an end phase effect on the environment. Reveal the bottom card of each non-environment deck in turn order. If the revealed card is a one-shot, play it, otherwise discard it. So let's look at the bottom. It gets discarded because it's not a one-shot. So let's look at Legacy. That gets discarded because it's not a one-shot. Expat, that is not a one-shot, so it gets discarded. Mr. Fixer, not a one-shot, so it gets discarded. This is not going the best so far. And not a one-shot for Bunker gets discarded. Okay. Well, I mean, that could have gone worse. We could have gotten one of Spite's ongoing, or one-shots played, which isn't great. So start phase. Play the top card of the villain deck. Chimeric Mutagen, this will get Spite more cards and he can regen health if he has enough tokens on him. So, start phase, bury up to 2 bystanders. Whenever a card is buried this way, destroy a villain ongoing card. I'm going to bury the Lost Child and the Lab Tech in that order. So then destroy 1 villain ongoing card per bystander buried. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna bury all 3, just so I can actually deal damage to Spite. So these 2 ongoings get destroyed, and then there are now. Maybe it's because I changed the numbers that they can't do the thing anymore. Whatever, it's fine. So now there are no bystanders in play, so destroy this card, play the top card of the villain deck, and it is still the start phase. So Spite heals the target other than himself with the highest HP, 2 melee and 2 infernal, which gets boosted to 3 and 3. That will be Mr. Fixer. So because of the damage reduction, Mr. Fixer will take 2, but before that he will hit back for 3 with his reaction. Then he will take the 2 and the 2. And there are currently 2 tokens on Spite's card, so the second text won't trigger. Then play a card for turn. It is a Lab Tech. Lab Tech comes in with 5 health. So then end phase, Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 melee damage, plus 1 is 5. So the highest now is Bunker. So Bunker would take -1, so he would take 3. And then I'll actually have his reaction trigger, so -2. So he takes 1 damage, then the card gets destroyed, and then he regains 2 health, so he's back to max. Then Spite deals each target other than himself 1 infernal damage, gets boosted to 2. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. And then I think the Lab Tech can take 2 right now, that's fine. And then remove a token. And then end phase, 1 hero draws a card. I will have that be Bunker. Okay, so that was the villain turn. So now we can hit Spite, which is nice. For Legacy, I'm going to play Thok just to deal some damage. So I hit 1 target for 5. That will be Spite. And that's a 1-shot, so it gets discarded. Use my power for -1 damage taken to all my allies, then draw for turn. Okay, now with Expatriate, we've got some options. I could summon a gun with lock and load to get more ammo. But I think for now I'm going to do Black Market Contact. So I'm going to discard a Black Market Contact and 2 lock and loads. So that's 3 cards discarded because I can discard up to 3 cards, summon X items, where X is the number of cards discarded this way plus 1. So now I can go summon 4 items. And I am going to get the shotgun, the hollow point rounds, the thermite rounds, and then another hollow point rounds. So those will all come into play. Move this over here. And this gets discarded because it's a 1-shot, and then I will use my power. I will activate the loaded on both hollow point rounds, and then I will hit Spite for 9 because of the damage boosts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, he was at 57, so yeah, 9. I missed a click. Okay, then the ammos get destroyed. And then I will draw for turn, and that's Expat's turn. So, start phase effect on Harmony. I may play a style or a tool. I will play dual crowbars. So, destroy all other tools. There are no other tools in play. Then Mr. Fixer deals up to 2 targets, 1 melee damage each. But the nice thing about this card is that it gives him +1 damage, so he'll actually be hitting for 3 now because of the +2 damage boost. So, hit Spite for 3. And then I will play Charge as my card for turn. So I will draw 2, then hit 1 target for 4, which gets boosted to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spite's down to 39 health. Then I will use my power. I will hit 1 target for 4 damage because of the damage boost. 4, he was at 39, so he had 35. And then I can go get a tool. I guess I'll just go get tire iron just so, discard material just in case. Then I will draw for turn, and that's Mr. Fixer's turn. So, destroy upgrade mode per its rules. Put the top card underneath Omni Cannon. Put the top card underneath Flat Cannon. And then, let's see, I guess I can play... I'll play Adhesive Foam Grenade just so we don't get a different distortion card. Feels like this is an okay time to use it. So then I will use my power to go collect an ongoing. Do I have another upgrade mode? Yes, I do. Okay, so I will put upgrade mode into my hand. actually, recharge mode would probably be better at this point, so I'll get recharge mode instead. That doesn't change any game actions. So then I will play recharge mode, and then draw phase effect. I may draw 4 additional cards, so I will draw 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I can end phase. I may put any number of cards from hand under any ordinances in play. I'm going to put an upgrade mode, a piston punch, a foam grenade, a Gatling gun, and a grenade launcher, all under Omni Cannon. So now Omni Cannon can hit for 16 on next turn. And then that will be Bunker's turn. Per adhesive foam grenade, environment cards cannot be played, so we just go straight to the end phase. Reveal the bottom card of each non-environment deck in turn order. If it's a one-shot, play it, otherwise discard it. So bottom here is a bystander, it gets discarded. Bottom here is a one-shot, so it gets played. So Legacy deals 1 target 2 damage, which will be Spite, and then I can play a card. I will play a True Hero to draw 2 cards and heal everybody for 1. So that was Legacy's reveal, and then Expat, it is not a one-shot, so it gets discarded. Mr. Fixer, not a one-shot, so it gets discarded. And then Bunker, not a one-shot, so it gets discarded. Okay, so that was the environment turn. Pretty stock standard, nothing really got affected, so that was good. So, start phase of Spite's turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Ooh, can you save them? So discover 2 bystanders. So this is going to be 1, and then let's see. The next one should be pretty close to the bottom because there's still that lost child that we put at the bottom of the deck. Okay, the lab tech was next. That's right. Okay, so shuffle, and then both these get put into play in the order they were revealed. Then Spite deals the 2 targets other than himself with the lowest HP 4 melee damage. So that's going to be the Lab Tech and Expatriate. So let's see, 4 plus 1 is going to be 5 actually. So let's redirect the 5 dealt to the bystander to Mr. Fixer. So -2, Mr. Fixer takes 3, and before he takes that 3, he would hit back for, and he has +1 damage now because of Harmony. So he would hit back for 5 damage. 5 down to 28. And then Expat would... Actually, I guess the new lowest is now Mr. Fixer, so he would take 5 -2, so 3. And then no bystanders were destroyed this way. Remove 1 bystander and play from the game. Destroy 1 villain ongoing card and play the top card of the villain deck. So I will remove this Lab Tech that's at lower HP from the game. Then put these here, give them their HP values to help keep track. So that bystander got removed. We destroyed Demon's Kiss because that's the only villain ongoing in play. And then we play the top card of the villain deck. Ooh, On the Prowl, which start phase does not trigger because there are bystanders in play. So that was all Spite's start phase. So now we will play the top card. It is another On the Prowl. And end phase, Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP 5 melee damage because of the damage boost. So that will be Bunker. So Bunker takes 4, down to 21. Then Spite deals each target other than himself 2 infernal damage. So 1, 1, none because of the damage reduction, 1, and then these 2 can hit themselves for 2, that's fine. And then remove a token from this card. After the last token is removed from this card, destroy all villain ongoing cards, then flip Spite. Oops, not back on top. There we go. Spike gets flipped. He now has the damage reduction again. So -2 damage taken. And this end phase will trigger now. Spike deals the target other than himself with the lowest HP 4 melee damage. We can have expat take 3 to redirect it. Then there are 2 or fewer bystanders in play, so we add a token and discover a bystander, which will be the lost child. Lost child gets put into play, this gets shuffled back in, and then that's the spite one. So 1 target heals for 2, let's have that be the Good Samaritan. 1 hero draws a card. That can be Bunker again, I guess. And then reveal the top card of 1 non-villain deck, replace it or discard it. The bubbles aren't going to be helpful very soon because Spite will be at lesser HP than us pretty soon, so I'm just going to discard the bubbles. And yeah, that's Spite's turn. Okay, so damaging him isn't the best idea now with Legacy because the damage will do nothing. So I'll play Takedown. Takedown is a card where when a villain card would be played, I can discard it, and then Spite will deal me damage to destroy the card. So it basically prevents a villain card play, which can be very powerful. Then use my damage reduction power, draw for turn, and that's his turn. So then, for expat, let's see, what do I want to do here? So there are no ongoings or environments worth destroying, so that's probably not the best idea. So I guess I can do Comprehensive Plan. This is a really powerful support card for Expatriate. So 1 hero either draws a card or puts 1 card from their hand or trash on top of their deck. So I think for that I'm going to pick Bunker to draw. Then 1 hero may use a power. I'm going to have that be myself. So normally double Thermite rounds isn't the best idea because the damage is irreducible, can't be applied twice, but I'm just going to do it for the damage boost. So use the power, use the loaded, so they'll get discarded, so I will hit Spite for 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a 3rd hero might play a card. We can have that be... Who do I want that to be? Let's have that be Mr. Fixer with charge. So Mr. Fixer draws 2 cards, and then he deals 1 target 7 damage. That's irreducible. Hit Spite. Spite goes down to 14. And that was Comprehensive Plan. So I already used the shotgun, so I can't use it again. So I'll use my base power. I will draw 4, discard any items. So 1, that's an item. 2, 3, 4, and then I will draw for turn. Get this a little more organized. There we go. Okay, so Mr. Fixer's turn. You may play a style or a tool. Don't need to do that because I've got the combo that I want out already. So I'll just play another charge. Draw 2. Then deal 1 target. That'll be 7 damage. That's irreducible, so Spite goes down to 7. And then I will use my power to hit Spite for 5 irreducible. So he goes down to 2. And I will not collect the tool because I think we're going to win on Bunker's turn. Then I will draw for turn, and that's Mr. Fixer's turn. So Adhesive Foam Grenade gets destroyed, Recharge Mode gets destroyed. Put the top card underneath each of my ordinances. So just to end out the game in a blaze of glory, I'm going to play Turret Mode. So now I deal +1 damage, and I can use up to 2 additional powers during my power phase. So the first power is, well actually, yeah, there's Omni Cannon's going to overkill him, I believe. So destroy all cards underneath this card. That is 8 cards. Plus 2 is 10, and then times 2 is 20. So I will hit Spite for 20, so that should take him to negative 18. And yeah, that is Spite defeated successfully with relatively high health on everybody too, which is pretty good because sometimes when you're redirecting all the damage from the bystanders, it can really start to whittle down your HP value. Or I guess, well, actually the -2 damage, so it's negative 16, but whatever. Same difference. It's a negative number and Spite is defeated. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any feedback you'd like to give relating to the video, or if I missed any rules, which I may have missed rules. There's a lot going on when you're playing with 4 heroes solo. So if I missed any rules or anything, please leave a comment below letting me know how I can, improve that so I don't make the same mistake again, hopefully. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more videos in the future, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you all next time.